What does it mean to be strong in the Lord and the power of His might? Normally we try to be strong in our own strength. We try to be strong by relying on other people, by relying on our parents, by relying on our colleagues, our friends. But God doesn't want us to rely on people. He wants us to be strong in Him, to rely on Him. In other words, He says that when you are alone, you are nothing, you are weak, you are helpless. But in me or through me, you have the strength that you need. You have the power that you need. And He calls us more than conquerors. He doesn't say we are just conquerors. He says we are more than conquerors. So which means we have much more than what we need. You understand? And normally we try to make things work for ourselves. We try to make everything work for us and to use our own strength, use our own power until we get to the end of the rope. Most of us, we find God at the end of the rope when we've tried everything that we could, when we've tried getting advice from our parents, from friends, and it doesn't work. That's when we go to God as our last resort. But God doesn't want that kind of relationship whereby He's the last resort. God wants to be the number one, your plan A to plan Z. God doesn't want you to rely on other people. Not that it's bad to have relationships and have good friends, but God doesn't want you, when you have a problem, to run to your parents and run to your friends and talk about it and all those things. He wants you to go to Him. Speak to Him about the problem. Speak to Him about the issues that you are facing. And if you make God your number one, if you make Him your plan A, your plan B, your plan C, you'll succeed. Because He doesn't want us to rely on our own wisdom. Because our wisdom, our natural human wisdom, is not really enough. If I can think of the things that I've been through in life, the things that I've gone through before, things that I went through, it's just so much for me. And when I think about them, just the thought of them just makes me weak in this present moment. You understand? So I was thinking about it, that I'm not strong because I am like praying too much, or because I'm wise, or because I have good friends that I talk to. No, I'm strong because God is in me. I'm strong because Greater One is in me. I'm strong because I know who to rely on. I'm strong because before I can tell anyone the problems that I'm facing, I always go to God and I talk to Him and I pray about it and I trust in Him. I take Him as my refuge, as my present help in trouble, in need. So every time when I have a problem, I don't just talk about it with my friends. Actually, normally what I do is that I talk about the problem when I'm not emotional anymore. What I normally do is that I talk to God about it and take my time with God. And when I'm feeling at peace, when I'm feeling at ease, I then talk to people, to my friend or to my partner, because that way I feel that I'm talking about the problem after I've received peace from God. So I want to advise you not to try to be strong in your own strength, because on your own you are nothing. A branch, when it's cut off from the vine, you cannot bear fruit. But for you to bear fruit, you need to be connected to God, to the vine. You need to rely on Him, on His strength, because He is your strength. He is your refuge. And you must always remind yourself that the power, the might, the strength comes from Him. And I like it when He says, be strong in the Lord and the power of His might. He doesn't say be strong in you. He doesn't say be strong in your own strength. He doesn't say be strong in your friends or rely on your friends. He says you must be strong in Him. You must rely on Him. And relying on God is all that we need. So your strength comes from God. And if your strength comes from God, then you declare that nothing is impossible with you. You declare that nothing, because God is in you, therefore nothing is impossible with you. And you declare that you can do all things through Christ that strengtheneth you. Because God gives you the strength, therefore you declare that You have the strength of God. You have the strength of God in you. Therefore, you do not need to worry or to fear. You don't have to worry or to fear anything, because the greater one is in you. He is greater than the one that is in the world. So you shouldn't be afraid. Rely on God. Lean on Him. Trust Him. And let Him take care of you, because He loves you. He loves you so much. Let Him take care of you. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in today. I'll see you next time. Same place, same time. Thank you, guys. Bye.